With the release of Donda coming up, I wanted to keep the Kanye train rolling. Today we're doing the top 10 most underrated Kanye West songs of all time, meaning these songs, I feel like they just didn't live in the limelight when they really deserved it. Songs that just may not have been talked about as much as they should, maybe should have been higher up on the billboards, maybe should have sold more records than what they have and did. Kanye has put out so many great songs, and people deserve to know and hear the songs that may not have floated above the surface. So let's dive into it. Top 10 most underrated Kanye songs of all time. Coming in at number 10, I have I Wonder off of Graduation. This is a soulful and emotional cut off Graduation, basically about finding your dreams. You know, some people really get stuck in that social normality cycle of go to high school, go to college, get a job, etc., etc. But this is about just chasing those dreams, just chasing everything you want and hope that you find everything you want. And that's something I really love from Kanye, someone that's had monumental success, still talking about chasing their dreams. The song samples Labi Siffre's My Song, which obviously made for a great chorus, and it's also inspired by U2's City of Blinding Lights. So it is a simple track, but it's very relatable and very good. Coming in at number 9, I have Use This Gospel featuring Clips and Kenny G off Jesus Is King. I truly think this is the most underrated song off Jesus Is King, and it's not even close. This chorus is so catchy, and it really does make me want to use the gospel for protection. It's a very spiritual track, and to have Clips on a song and have No Malice and Pusha T rap together for the first time in like 8 years at the time when this came out, I mean, that's just absolutely legendary in itself. It's about forgiveness and blessings, and not to mention, Kenny G has a saxophone solo right in the middle of a song. How much better can you get than that? I think this is a beautiful cut, and it needs to be on this list. At number 8, I have Drive Slow featuring Paul Wall and GLC off of Late Registration. And I think the features are great. I think Paul Wall absolutely kills this feature, and GLC too. They both have deeper tones of voices than like Kanye, so those two really fit well on the same track, surprisingly. And it's just about taking the slow life. You know, I like to listen to this song when I'm just chilling heavy or driving in the snow and I just want to drive slow or whatever. The rapping on here is top tier. The storytelling is great. I mean, there's just ain't nothing wrong with this track. At 7, I have No More Parties in L.A. featuring Kendrick Lamar off the Life of Pablo. This song could definitely be higher, but it's 7 because I feel like it was in the limelight for a hot 2 seconds when Kanye first dropped it on SoundCloud. But after that, like, no one really talked about it. I mean, it's Kendrick Lamar and Kanye West, for God's sake. Kendrick absolutely kills the opening verse on this song. The beat is so soulful. I absolutely love this beat. It reminded me of early Kanye when this finally came out in 2016. And this was Kanye's best rapping since Watch the Throne had previously come out 4 years before this. It made me know Kanye still has bars. It's such a long track, but it's still a great hip-hop song. At number 6, I have Streetlights off 808s and Heartbreak, and honestly, in my opinion, this is the best song off 808s and Heartbreak. The beat on this is so beautiful, especially the way he uses strings on this instrumental and the background singers. If you really listen closely, you can hear those background singers just singing so beautifully. They sound like angels. Yeah, he repeats the same lyrics over and over again during the song, but it's about time and how repetitive life can be sometimes. If you don't listen to this song at night, driving on the highway, looking at the streetlights passing you by, what are you doing? At number 5, I've Made in America featuring Frank Ocean off Watch the Throne. I think this was definitely the most overlooked song off the whole Watch the Throne album. I mean, it's a beautiful track with Frank Ocean on the chorus, and just how beautiful is Frank Ocean's voice, honestly. He's on the hook, paying homage for those who paved the way in America for Jay-Z and Kanye West to do what they do. It's a beautiful song all around, and you just have to listen to it. At number 4, I have Blame Game featuring John Legend off My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Now, this one's actually not my favorite off My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. However, The storytelling on here is top notch. The mixing of the vocals on this track is insane. The way I think in the second or third verse, he pitches the voice a couple different pitches and tones, and it's going back and forth between the ears. Just really great sonically to listen to. The piano in this song is beautiful, and obviously, you know, it's about relationships and how toxic they can be. So, you know, obviously it is relatable to a lot of people. You know, about how you can go from strangers to lovers to back to strangers and all the fighting and BS people go through in relationships. But to top it off, Chris Rock actually plays the character of the friend or neighbor or whoever that Kanye's girl is basically having an affair with. And although it's super profound and emotional, Chris Rock kind of brings out some humor toward the end of the track. There are some iconic lines on this song, and I absolutely love it. At number 3, I have Family Business off College Dropout. This is a much simpler song about family and God. And yes, Kanye was rapping about God even in the College Dropout days. But it's a light song, it's very upbeat, very happy, full of life, and full of soul. I love the piano, I love the beat. I just personally really love this song, love every line on this track. When Kanye talks about family, it's always a hit. Coming in at number 2, I have Everything I Am off Graduation. This is another soulful track with some beautiful piano. There are also scratches by DJ Premier on this track that really give it that heavy hip hop feel. Obviously, I love the message here. You know, he says everything he's not has made him everything he is. He just knows what makes him great is everything that he's not. It's a great message, and I'm glad Common passed on this beat and that Kanye made it to a jam. And coming in at number 1, I have Gorgeous featuring Kid Cudi and Rakim off My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. This song was barely talked about, and it's a damn shame. I mean, you got Kanye, Cudi, and Rakim on a track, and you all aren't hyping it up or talking about it. What is going on? Kanye just rips off 3 incredible verses about social injustice. I mean, this was his best rapping at the time since College Dropout. Then you got Cudi on the hook being all smooth with his catchy chorus and his hums, and you got Rakim, one of the greats, laying down an all-time verse on the 4th verse of this song. And the production on here is just to die for. You got these amazing guitar riffs and this clock ticking sound that somehow just magically mesh together so incredibly well. And the filters on Kanye and Rakim's voice really make the song feel fuzzy and warm. But they hit the nail on the head with the message they're sending. Their raps are insane with their entendres and their play on words. This is honestly a timeless hip hop song that should be recognized by all Kanye fans and all hip hop fans everywhere. Gorgeous with Cudi and Rakim is by far my number 1 most underrated Kanye song of all time. But what do you think Kanye's most underrated songs of all time are? Do you think I hit the nail on the head? Would you switch things around? What would you take out and what would you put in? Please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit a like if you liked the video, and please subscribe to the channel if you love talking music just as much as I do. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at EJSpark1. And as always, you know what it is. It's peace, love, I love s'mores, EJ, out.